Hello everybody and welcome back to Intravenous. Today we're going to be going over a deep dive of one of the best levels in Intravenous 1 in my opinion, which of course is Drug Mob Casino, DMC, Devil May Cry. Dante's not in this game, I'm sorry. So essentially what makes this level great is the fact that it is one of the very few levels that really forces you down a choice. Which path do you choose? The bottom path, the middle path, or the top path? And it is one of the only levels in this game, in my opinion, that really makes this choice satisfying, fun, and amazing. So I'll go into why that is right now with the bottom path. So the bottom path, you start here, you always start here, and you have this guard here, this cameraman who mans this camera and this camera as well as the camera over here. So essentially, you have to deal with this camera, which can see through this, so you kind of have to wait to get in there. You could obviously try to get up here, however the guy can see you through the window, so that might just be a bit too hard. So essentially the way that I did this was, as you can see from the footage, I took out this guy, and then took out this guy by running, by being here, taking him out. You can dump his body here if you want, but I dumped him here. And then I went up here, the door was still open, I just caught it. I took out this dude, then I waited by the door, ganked to the other dude, and then boom, I was in. And that's already really satisfying. It's a cool little, it's not a puzzle, but it's a cool little interaction where you can take out this guy immediately, run through the shadow of the night, take out this other dude, and then take out these other dudes really quickly. So then you can get into the main building. And I never really even knew that this was an area that you could go through, so that's awesome. It really goes to show just how big these maps are. Yet again, let's look at how big these maps are. Look how big they really are. You don't really notice how big they are until you look at a map of them. But essentially you get to here, and as I've said in the Publer's Hideout video a few thousand times, triple contact zones are the name of the game here. Intravenous, in my opinion, is at peak game design when it introduces a triple contact zone. And what those are, or a triple contact moment, is essentially how I coined the term for three guards that essentially look out for each other, or goons as they're called in the game, but I call them guards. So essentially you have this guard here who looks over this door and this door, you have this guard here who looks over this door and this door, and then you have the actual target who you want to single out and take out, this guard who, if you don't time it right, will see you come in and then shoot you, making you fail. So obviously the way that this works is you have to wait for this guard to go away, this guard to go away, and get in here and hide before this guard can see you, making it so you have to play patiently and wait for your opportunity to strike, which, as Spy, the creator of the game, says, this is a game about patience. And even though I blistering speed through this level, I do have to agree, and I think these moments here, where there's 2 or 3 people looking at you, is peak when it comes to the game design that Spy has set out to do. So essentially, you get in here, you take out this dude. You do have to be wary of these 2 cameras, as they are manned by this man here, who you don't have access to. So essentially, you will then take out this guy. This door is unlocked. However, there's this door over here with something interesting in it. I wonder what's in there. And then you look in and, the MP7, a unique secret weapon that you get on this map. How amazing. There's also a few different guards who hold the MP7 as well. So there are multiple different ways to get it. However, the easiest and most pacifist way is to, of course, get it from here. So you might want to get through there, but first you have to take out this guard. And as you can see from this green line here, another guard comes down here. So you do have a bit of a time limit to how you can do things. However, from my personal experience, you're always waiting here for this guy to come down usually. So the way that I like to do things, as you can see from the video, is to just take out this guy, go in, and then run up here, take out this guy, and then take out this guy over here. These cameras do not work, at least on the version I'm playing on, which is the base version of the game, the one that you download off of Steam. I am unsure as to why they don't work. However, I think it's because they are meant to be with this man over here, but because of some complications or glitches, Maybe they are trying to connect to two different systems at once, such as maybe this guy's system, and because of that, they cancel each other out, and therefore the camera systems don't work. Because this game's programming system is really, really hard, and you know, it takes a really long time to even bug test even a few little levels, let alone an entire campaign. However, it's actually better for the game design of this map that these cameras don't work. It's actually better, and I'll tell you why right now. Essentially, this guard here, who will be around this light bulb, you take him out with like a taser, and then you can run up and immediately taser the person who will be around here. And that's amazing because it means you don't have, like, usually I still play around this light anyway, like I treat it like it is real. However, the fact that you don't have to makes it so much more fun because it gives you that moment of, okay, this is the time where I have to speed, this is the time where I have to go fast. And that creates so much adrenaline, which Intravenous is obviously, you know, a play, you know, kind of a joke with. Injecting yourself, like it's about adrenaline and drugs, so it's a, you know, double meaning. You can then take out this guy as it's going down, go into the bathroom, go into here, and take out the man who you have to deal with, which is the entire point of this mission, is you have to get to this room, which is essentially, you get to the bathroom, you get to this room, you take him out, and then you exfil. So boom, that is Route 1 done. It allowed us to see this bottom area, it allowed us to see a bit of this big casino, and also I love this, I love the design of this, is so beautiful for these two. But yeah, so essentially we had this way where we went down here, we went through two casino rooms, and then we went through the hallway, we saw some other rooms, we got a secret weapon, and we're able to take out the guy. That is awesome, and I would give that a challenge rating of 2 out of 3. It is the second hardest path you can take. The easiest rather, is this top path which we'll go through now. So essentially, yet again, you start here, and you run your way up. You then, as I did in my playthrough for this like perfect run essentially, take out this guy, I used a knife, take out this guy with a taser, and then you go in here, you can just punch out this guy so you don't even need to waste anything. However, I used a throwing knife and then like daintily picked it back up. And then you are now hit with 2 different options. You can, option 1, which is the way faster route, but the route I don't like to take as much, is go down here, take out this guy, maybe take out this guy if you want, you don't have to, and then go to here, and then that means you only have to take out 1, 2, 3 guards, and then you're home free, you can go in here, take out the guard and get out. Or you can do what I do, which is take out this guy here. This guy could be stuck on this door, like he is in my footage now. So because of that, I was just able to go in here, take out this guy, get the key card, and then prepare to go to the next part of the level. However, if he isn't, you wait for this guard to essentially go to where this guy is, and then you take him out. This guy will be over here. You can take him out with like a taser. You can punch out one guy, taser the other guy, and then get to this guy who you can just simply punch out. And then essentially, once you have the keycard, you can go to this keycard door here. And then essentially, you know, you have 2 guards you have to worry about. Take out one, take out the other. This camera doesn't work, so yet again, you don't have to worry about it, which is so good. I'm so happy that that's the case. And then you just run down here. This guard you have to take out, as you do with every single playthrough of this level. And then, boom, you can get into the bathroom, get in, and then exfil, which is really easy for this path. However, you'll notice that we didn't go down this pathway, and we didn't get the secret gun. So this shows us that with the easier ways to play this level, there's way more chances for you to miss special things, which is great game design. If you take the second and third hard paths, you actually get rewarded with immediate knowledge and access to this special room. Whereas, even if you went through this way, going through the top and going through this way, you still might have not been able to see this room. Because even if you're here, the camera will cut off here, meaning that you might just think that there's nothing down there, creating a great way to reward players who go that extra step and take more difficult options. Because, as this route shows, there are no triple contact zones. There are no zones where you have to deal with more than 2, and most of the time those 2 are just in a straight line facing away from each other. You know, well, facing the same way as each other, so you can just bang, bang, take them out really easily. So the easiest route is then punished with the ability that it is harder to get the secret weapon and know where it even is on a first time playthrough. However, the third and final path, and the one that took me 85 attempts, is the middle path, which is walking through the front door, idiot. I love that this is an option in stealth. So essentially, you walk up here, you get to here, this paper here is usually where I aim. You throw a knife, or anything you want, I presume a knife, because you do need that one hit kill. Then you switch to the taser the dude who will be over here, close the door quickly, and then boom, we have eliminated the ending annoyance of this level, because these two will desync. As you can see, one path is bigger than the other, so these will desync, and once they do, it's actually extremely difficult to find a timing to open this door, have this person be down here, this person like be here, close the door gently, and then walk down and then take out this guard. It is way easier to just take him out immediately. So yeah, but then, yet again, we get to this area, which, hey, that's a familiar guard. Huh. He was part of the previous, on the bottom row, triple contact, or this like triangle here. So this guard is easily the best guard of this entire level, because he actually is part of 2 triple contact zones, being the second and third hardest, being, well, number 1 and number 2 hardest, technically, because, third would imply that it's the easiest. However, so essentially, the triple contact works as such. This guard here, their entire purpose is to see you go through this door. Don't let them. This guard, their entire job is to see you try to come out of this door. So we have this sight line, and then this sight line, which this guard will not really see you open this door, but he might see you if you get if you're a bit too high, he might see you. So you want to be a little bit lower, but that is where, yet again, a good level design peak, kind of moment. There's this camera. If you go too low, this camera might be able to suss you out, and therefore make you have to restart the level again, which happened 85 times. I hate this camera so much. But it's really, really good for the game, because it does mean that this area is way harder. So essentially, this guard goes down, this guard is over here, you come out, you go to this area here, this guy looks for a few seconds, he goes up, and then you go in here, you take out the cameraman, and then you can go into this vent, and, I wonder where this vent goes. Right here, into the room with the secret weapon. A great way to reward players who take that extra step and take the way harder route. And then you can open this door. I used a knife, shank this guy, run up with the taser, get this guy, run up with the taser, get the other guy, and then run down. You can use the knife for this one. Take out this guy here who's along this path. And then boom, you get to the bathroom, you get to the guy, you kill him, and then you are done the level yet again. And then you just have to exfil, which for this one I will say is a lot harder. Obviously you go through this vent, back to this vent, run up, run along, and then obviously you go down here, go up here, go into the vent. If you have not killed this guard, because you wanted to save ammo or something, or you're trying to do like a ghost run of the game, essentially run at 2 speed. Default is at 3, run at 2 speed, he will not hear you then, because tiles do make a lot of noise, and he is pretty close to you. And then when you're here, the interesting thing is that the triple contact is kind of reversed in a way. It's actually only a double contact, because you only have to deal with this guard and this guard. And usually they'll look at each other at this point, because their timings might be synced up, at least they were for me pretty much. They'll start going away, and this guard will be here. You can just stand right behind him. He will only turn this way around, and then go down. So he'll never see you if you're behind him, and then you can just walk through the door. And then yet again, this is kind of tight. When he is over here, when he is standing, looking forward, you can open this door, gently go up to where this door is, close this door, and then walk, and then run. Make sure not to be in the camera's sight like I did in this playthrough. I was just so happy that I finished it, and I almost ruined the entire run. However, that is the 3 different ways that this map is done, basically in a playthrough of Intravenous. And I hope you can see why I really, really adore this map. It is a really interesting and intricate map. Even though these cameras don't work, I honestly think that's for the better. Usually, though, I do play around them anyway, because I like to kind of, create that extra tension, I guess. But yeah, this level, in my opinion, is amazing. It is also extremely fun to try to stealth kill everyone on. One thing I don't really think a lot of people think about is the stealth kill everyone approach. Because most people, when they're like, oh, I'll kill everyone, they'll go into a room, maybe like this one here, where the exit, like no one's going to be coming along this way, right? Or they'll choose a room like this one here, and then they'll just start shooting. People will come in, they'll shoot all of them, and boom, they've finished the entire level. However, it's far more fun to actually, take out meticulously each and every one through a little intricate pathing system, and that's what you're going to be having to do in true mode higher in Intravenous 2 because of a new system in place, which is guards will notice that other guards are missing. So maybe this is some good practice for that. But yeah, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this overview and discussion on why this is probably the best map in Intravenous. And yeah, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.